Hello, we're here at Erin's AAIM for Change 5K run today, this beautiful Sunday morning, the 7th annual run, and we have a very special guest. We're honored to have Miss Pat GIRA, Trustee GIRA. Good morning, Pat.
Morning, Dan. It's good to see you here.
It's great to see you. This is a cause. I know that you know the Orland Park. All the great things in Orland Park are near and dear to your heart. But it's something like this, where it is it gives you it brings us a remembrance of why we are such a family-oriented community. How long have you known about Erin's AAIM in as far as what they do?
I've known about this event since its inception. The Olmsted family, is longtime Orland residents, and actually my boys went to school with Erin and her sister Katie and the family. So we know the cause, we know the sad reason behind the cause, but they do such wonderful things in Erin's name, and I think the whole community wants to support it because just the thought breaks your heart.
Yeah, I mean it's a double. What they do is we raise with Erin's AAIM, we raise money to because we do different things. We help run the golf outing that we give money, and which we'll be doing a presentation at Sandburg football homecoming in a few weeks. You raise money to give scholarships for the high schools, and then also the Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists, which is a never-ending battle. And the more I just you pound and you pound and you pound it into people's head. I don't know. I have a hard time figuring out why people can't get it. But why do not people get it? Where do you? What is the village? In terms of the village, how are they approaching in a relationship with somebody like Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists?
The village every year recognizes their policemen that have the most arrests, actually, and citations. They have an event in November, and they recognize them with a plaque. And of course, the Alliance comes out too and recognizes them as well, because it's an educational issue. I think they start at the schools, and our schools do with the DARE program in the grade schools, and then Sandburg continues it, and hopefully at some point you reach saturation where it gets into everyone's head that this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, I mean it seems like you want to say it's a no-brainer. Don't drive when you drink, but it's something that I think everybody feels that they've got the. Everybody feels that they have the. Oh, it never happens to me. Oh, I just had a few. I just had this. I just had that. I had. Somebody just did a video where he drove drunk and he killed somebody, and he did a YouTube video and he admitted it. And he said, "I want to make a difference because I made a huge mistake. I want people to understand that it can happen to them. Don't do it." And so it's something that I think we'll be fighting this fight forever. There's certain fights you fight forever and just never going to end. But on another note, Pat GIRA is chairperson of the Parks and Recreation Board. Give us, can you fill us in and give us a revelation about some of the great things that we're doing that are coming up, or that you're doing with the Parks and Recreation Board?
Well, Dan, you as chairman of the advisory board know only too well, so thank you. But we have the Halloween Festival coming up, the Fall Fest, October 5th at 4 o'clock. I really suggest everyone check it out on the website. It's going to be a fabulous event. This is the third year, I believe.
Yes.
And it's just the response has been amazing.
Yeah.
So we have that going on. And then, there's also the Teen Bridge Center is doing a walk that morning from the Civic Center.
Great.
They'll leave the Civic Center at 9 o'clock, so people might want to pursue that as well. It's a great event, just educational. Of course, it's a fundraiser for them, but there's an awareness factor too. So that's very nice. It's a busy day, and Orland Fire actually was gracious enough to reschedule their open house because of conflicts on that day to the end of the month. So we want to support that as well. People can come out for that. There's just so much going on. Oh, and the Polar Express. You and I discussed that. Polar Express, it's a first-time event this year, and when registration opened, I understand it filled up in just a few hours.
Well, I heard there's a really. I hear Mrs. Claus is gonna. It's probably the. I think we're gonna have the real Mrs. Claus there this year, and I hear Santa Claus is gonna make a special appearance. It's gonna be great. It's another. Things like that is what makes the Orlands so great. The turkey trot will be coming up, and so many good things. But I do want to thank you for one of the things that is a game changer in Orland. And if you haven't been there, get over and just when you're on the bike path, go over the bridge. I want to thank you for that bridge. Thank you for what you did. How long did it take to get that bridge done?
Oh, that was a few years in the process. But we also have a staff member who recently retired, Bob Sullivan, that wrote the grant for that. So I want to make sure Bob gets credit for it. It's a wonderful feature for the village to connect, east and west, right at the crossing too. We're better, and Metro Triangle. It's going to bring everybody together. Now we need to connect on the south end of town too, and we'll have lots of great things.
No, I knew how. I always thought it was going to be good, and when I went over there and I actually took a bike across it and walked across it, I realized how something as simple as that, it seems like it connects east and west, and it brings it even more of a closer community. Yes, it is. But Pat, you do a phenomenal job as a trustee and just as a citizen of Orland Park and Illinois. In closing, can you tell me what it means to be part of Orland Park?
I swear Orland Park is a unique community and it attracts unique people, or vice versa. Maybe because we have such special people here, we are unique. But I do think this is one of the most tightly knit groups that want to support one another, and when there's a cause, people come out. And this is a perfect example of this. This is a homegrown cause, and look at the turnout. It's wonderful. I mean, racers are out, so it doesn't look as crowded right now, but it's just a wonderful day, and I'm glad to be here.
It is. I want to thank you for everything you do. Without you, Orland Park would not be the place that it is. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for being here, Pat.
Thank you very much.